Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And let's just dive on in, and let's start off with this tweet here from Cowboy Crypto. So recently speaking, we've been seeing a lot of investments from Ripple side of things, even though they are still in a lawsuit. A lot of these are after the lawsuit. A lot of these are major deals as well. Brad Garlinghouse and the team have been busy in a bear market. Shout out to Cowboy Crypto 313 over on Twitter. We also do see Anderson talking a little bit about this. This is a tweet that I actually just recently included in a video where we do see owning almost half of the total XRP supply, owning custody with Medico, which I'm going to address here in a second, owning part of Bitstamp Exchange. By the way, Bitstamp, everyone should go over to their website and go to the team and look at all their LinkedIn profiles. All of them come from Barclays as well as major other institutions. They're very high up on the food chain too. They were working at Barclays for like 10 plus years, owning a large share of Tranglo, 60%, I believe, the last time that I looked. Payments company, and they just recently expanded into the UAE. They've been expanding rapidly as well. Proprietary network, RippleNet, invested in all parts of a cross-border transaction. Yeah, I mean, like, this is what we've been addressing for so long around Ripple. Like, everyone should be watching what Ripple is doing. Here's their recent investments outside of Medico. Bitstamp was just recently, it's an undisclosed amount of an investment, but this was in May. Nobody's like really talking about this. Keyrock, liquidity tech, carbon offsets, decarbonization platform, customer lending NFTs, tokenized securities. This is all in 2022 as well, all the way up until 2023 now. And I'm sure, because usually what happens is we see the major investments from Ripple at the end of the year. Most likely, we'll see a lot more investments from Ripple. But back in 2022, it really kind of started heavy in January as prices kind of started to drop a little bit. A lot of valuations for companies also dropped a little bit. That's when Ripple kind of swooped in and started, accumulating a lot of these. We see bank grade custody, digital asset cloud platform, Philippine exchange, Web3 on-ramp for enterprises, tokenized securities. Bank grade custody as well. Philippine exchanges goes back to 2021. Over here as well, Mintable NFT platform, digital securities, SEC registered transfer agent. This is Securitize. Also, Securency has some exposure to Ripple as well as Hedera. We do see Tranglo, cross border, and then also regulated crypto services to institutional investors. And on par with this, right? Like if you want to go over to Crunchbase. Now, I don't have an account with them. I think I might be making an account here soon because I want to see a lot more of this information. But you could see a lot of their funding rounds, their overall investments as well. They were a lead investor on 11 of their investments. You could actually click this and see it. Bitstamp, for an example, they were a lead investor. They were a lead investor on Thalo. I can't see other ones here, but even going back to 2022, like Neum was a huge one that they invested into as well. By the way, they weren't a lead investor on some of these, but they were still, again, exposed to a lot of these. I think that as we do look at Ripple and as we look at this lawsuit, like what other company that is spending over $200 million in legal fees, right? What other company is spending $200 million plus in legal fees, but then they are also spending, $250 million and then also spending even more money accumulating all these major companies? Like, it's crazy that people are still, not realizing how big of a deal Ripple is becoming. And also on par with this, like the Medico situation is definitely an interesting one to watch because a few people brought up to my attention Citi. For example, shout out to Crypto Area for this, but we do see why was Medico such an important acquisition for Ripple? Because over 3/4 of global financial institutions are interested in using DeFi to meet business needs, according to the Ripple 2023 value report link below, which we just recently went over. These 62 pages show you where the company Ripple is going now. One can also look at the SBI Group moves this year because they have often led. Let's see how many bingos in predicting coming acquisitions, partnerships, or investments by Ripple. 1. Contactless payments company. 2. Investment in data robotic company. 3. Acquisition and credit rating company. 4. POC AI face recognition payments technology. 5. AI financial services acquisition. 6. Financial FX services technology / platform. 7. Security token STO infrastructure tokenization. 8 Web3 gaming technology, 9 acquisition blockchain research data company, and 10 Web3 wallet / global ID company. And I would not doubt them, having a lot of investments in some of these areas already that are in NDA. We don't know, right? But as we do look at what's happening around crypto and Web3, we know Ripple is becoming a major leader around the space. They want to become that infrastructure for the future of finance and the future of crypto. They want to build out that internet of value, which we've been addressing so long around Ripple. There is so much information going on around Ripple and these acquisitions, and when you connect the dots, it is quite significant. For an example, going all the way back to June of 2022, here is Citi. Citi partners with Medico to develop institutional digital asset custody capabilities. Let me zoom in. London, United Kingdom. Wow, no surprise there. The UK, I've been telling you guys, like the UK, you need to focus on the UK. Specifically, even London as well. Like London has been very large for crypto innovation, crypto acceptance and adoption. We've been seeing the UK becoming a major crypto hub. They've been focused on digitization of trade finance, tokenization of trade finance. They've been also focused on things around becoming an infrastructure for crypto as well. Again, Quant is working with them. Ripple is also working with Quant on the Digital Pound Foundation, a think tank organization. I mean, there's a lot going on around the UK. Citi announced today that it has selected Medico to develop and pilot digital asset custody capabilities. This collaboration brings together Medico's technology and digital solutions with Citi's expansive custody network to develop a platform to enable clients to store and settle digital assets seamlessly and securely. Citi intends to fully integrate Medico's bank-grade digital asset custody and orchestration platform harmonized into its existing infrastructure to develop and pilot digital asset custody capabilities. We are witnessing, check this quote out, we are witnessing the increasing digitization of traditional investment assets along with new native digital assets. We are innovating and developing new capabilities to support digital asset classes that are becoming increasingly relevant to our clients. Literally, Citi is telling you that their clients are realizing this major shift happening around digital assets and these new digital asset classes, aka asset classes. This strategic partnership enables Citi to extend its existing capabilities to digital assets while leveraging its current technological operating and servicing model. Citi's extensive global network, coupled with the power of the harmonized platform, will allow Citi to expand securely and effectively into new markets while utilizing its existing global operations, technology, and risk frameworks. The technology capabilities developed under this partnership will be an integral part of Citi's institutional client group digital asset strategy. We are pleased to team up with Citi, one of the largest security services firms, to support them in their vision to bridge digital and traditional assets. This initiative is a market-defining moment for institutional adoption of digital assets. The leading technology provider to financial institutions in the digital asset ecosystem, Medico, has supported several key implementations, including the FINMA, BaFin, FCA, Banco de España, and MAS regulated institutions. With over $27 trillion under custody, administration, and trust, and an industry-leading proprietary network spanning 63 markets, Citi Securities Services provides clients with in-depth local market expertise, advanced processing technologies, and a wide range of custody and fund services that can be tailored to meet clients' needs. Absolutely wild. $27 trillion of assets under custody. This is why I say the future around digital assets and institutional grade, custody around crypto as well is becoming a big area of opportunity. And remember, Medico is focused on being that institutional standard for digital asset services. Now, Ripple acquired this company, meaning massive exposure to crypto through Ripple, through Medico. It's a domino effect. I'm so excited about this. And this is what I mean by a lot of these partnerships blossom into this domino effect. And you need to make sure that you are paying attention to it. For an example, Tranglo. Tranglo is one that has been expanding rapidly in the last couple years, and it's becoming a giant around cross-border payments. I'm so excited about a lot of these partnerships. And also remember, just recently, NASDAQ, I know that we've brought this up multiple times already on this channel, but NASDAQ wants to get into crypto custody. And recently, yeah, we did see NASDAQ congratulate Ripple and Medico. A lot of people speculated on if this was real or fake. Again, everyone wanted to see the video of this. We don't know. It does not really matter to me. I mean, me personally, as we do really kind of look at what's happening around, crypto custody anyways, I do think that a large portion, if not almost all of it, is going to be fed to these institutions. I think that the future around crypto custody and crypto exchanges and things like that is all going to be centered out on the institutions and Wall Street and, major players like that. And for those that, think that that's not going to be a reality, we've been seeing a lot of these exchanges being scrutinized in key areas, like, for example, Canada. I actually made a tweet over on Twitter. I said, I honestly feel bad for Canadian crypto investors. The US is obviously continuing their attack on this industry, but Canada is wild. OKX, Binance, and now Bybit have announced plans to leave Canada. Exchanges are being squeezed out of these areas in large. And here we have, just in crypto exchange, Bybit exits Canada, citing recent regulatory development. Following this, we also did see Binance announce, or I should say before this, Binance announces exit from Canada, citing regulatory tensions. The world's largest crypto exchange by volume said new guidance related to stablecoins and investor limits prompted the exit. And here we have a few quotes on what's happening. So we had high hopes for the rest of the Canadian blockchain industry, the company said in a Friday tweet. Unfortunately, new guidance related to stablecoins and investor limits provided to crypto exchanges makes the Canada market no longer tenable for Binance at this time. And I do hope that a lot of these regulatory issues do get cleared up because, like I said, I feel bad for a lot of these areas because, going all the way back to the XRP lawsuit, for example, in New York, right? Like, everyone turned to Uphold at that time. Like, Uphold was not that great of an exchange, but everyone turned to Uphold to grab their XRP because it was the only major exchange in the US that people were really kind of utilizing. But the problem was New York, right? New York residents couldn't even utilize Uphold. And it was like, man, I feel so bad because, here we have this fat discount on XRP down to like 17, 20 cents. And no one was able to buy in New York. It was wild. And then also over here, going all the way back to March 22nd, crypto exchange OKX set to pull out of Canada, citing new regulations. And for example, let me zoom in real quick. So here we have a few quotes here. Your funds will remain safe in your account until you withdraw them. You'll be able to withdraw dollars to your linked account or bank account and cryptocurrency to your self-custody wallet or your cryptocurrency account on another exchange. Last month, the Canadian Securities Administrator, which regulates Canada's capital markets, laid out the investor protections it expects from cryptocurrency trading platforms operating in the country. I read some of these, it was pretty wild to see what they were doing around stablecoins. That's like the number one reason why Binance pulled out is because of what's happening in Canada. But it's even happening in the US now. We're starting to see a lot of US exchanges leaving the US, and it's all prompted by what the SEC has been doing around exchanges and around, crypto. I feel as though they are setting this precedent in the US around any of these crypto exchanges. Essentially, they will be targeted at some point in time. And I think that a lot of these exchanges are kind of getting, squeezed out by fear. Coinbase has been one that's been very adamant that they will fight back as much as they possibly will. We do see America's time-honored role as the global financial leader. It will be on the line if the US policymakers fail to design clear rules for crypto. I think that the US has plans. I've talked about this many times in recent videos. I don't think that the US is just going to sit back and take what's happening. I don't think that the US, I don't think that the US doesn't realize what's happening. I feel as though they understand what's happening. I understand that a lot of people have their own thoughts when it comes to this. But to me, I think that the US won't stand to be left behind. I believe that at some point in time they will, or if not, they are already utilizing crypto technology. But I do think that a lot of these exchanges, the biggest problem around these exchanges is that Wall Street wants their money. I think that we're seeing right now regulators trying to push a lot of the power from exchanges into the hands of Wall Street. I think that that's why crypto custody is becoming a big deal. We've talked about, Citi, we've talked about, the Medico acquisition, we've talked about NASDAQ, and in the past, there's also been a lot of discussions around what BlackRock was going to do. Fidelity wanted in on the game. A lot of these major institutions want to get in on crypto custody, and I think that it's all because they see the value here. I think, everyone should be taking a step back and realizing why these institutions want in on crypto and crypto custody. It's because they know the amount of money that's going to pour into this space over time. And within the next couple of years, I think that crypto is going to create a lot of new asset classes that are valued in the trillions of dollars because of tokenization, digitization, there's so much potential here. And I really do think, like, although, yes, crypto essentially is a speculative asset class that has a lot of risk tied to it, I think that as we read these documents, as we do the research, as we do, look into a few things, we could definitely see our future being shaped here through DLT and blockchain technology. And it's very exciting to see. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. So it's up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. That's been Nick. Peace out, guys.